Go ahead, Josh.
Sure. You expect any lineup changes tonight?
No.
Koskinen starting?
Koskinen will start, yeah.
What's the rationale? I know what the answer is, but I want you to tell me about Benning sitting when he's played all the games except when he was hurt. Just the left, right? Or
Left, right. Left, right.
even though one of the lefties a rookie, and you just don't think Benning can play the other side?
No, I'd rather have Lagesson on the left side.
How did you think he did?
A lot like the rest of our group back there, just all right.
Caleb, how did you think he played?
Just all right.
Dave, you're 2 points back of Vegas. They're on a 6-game heater right now. You guys got some new faces in lineup. For you, is this the biggest challenge to date for this club?
Well, it's a big game. You look at the standings and where we're at. We're, obviously making a couple changes. We're trying to get our team up and going here. There was, the good sign is we started poorly, and I thought we got better as the game went on. Our new guys came in and contributed, which was is good to see. But we got to keep pounding away. Like there's still lots of improvement needed in our game, and this will be a good challenge for us. They're playing very well, and we got to come in here and play a real solid road game, play a lot better than we did last night, and see if we can be successful.
I know you talked about it before, but you're a little bit longer into the success, 13-5-4 since I think it was like December 31st. What's allowed you guys to make those changes now that you've seen it in a more sustained manner?
Well, we've played pretty consistent. Our goaltending's been pretty good. Our special teams continue to be strong for us. But we battled. I like the way we played on the road, especially. We battled pretty hard and kept ourselves in games, not beat ourselves. That being said, there's still lots of improvement in a lot of areas. Like our 5-on-5 game has been better, but it's going to have to improve another notch, as we move down the stretch here for us to earn a right to be a playoff team.
And how do you improve that? Because you guys have very little practice time coming up in this next month. Is that just more video? How does that work?
That's every day. You're always finding little tweaks to make. Some of it's going to improve with, I think, if we can ever get back to a healthy lineup where we'll, you can add some players there that. With some of the players we've had out, I mean, they're just going to add a little jump to our lineup also. So, every day as a coach, you're going through it. You're finding ways to make sure you improve. There's little things, issues that every game you go into and prepare for the team you're going to play. That are all things that you try to build your resume as a team, and then as you move forward, all those things become habits, and hopefully they're winning habits.
Would you rather see Sheahan back with Archibald? They seem to play better together than they do.
Yeah, that's what you get to when you get injuries. You're trying to find little niches here and there, but there are certain people that have some chemistry together, and that's that goes without saying. But that's a game to game. Sometimes in game, you're trying to find.
Because you switched in game last night.
Yeah. You're just trying to find a rhythm in your lineup. And last night I kind of knew going in, when you're going into it and you have so many question marks with two new guys up front, one new guy on the back, and then you're missing Yamo that's been there a little bit, and you're missing some other people. You're trying to, you got to get into a rhythm, but you don't know how that rhythm's going to go right at the start. So as you get into it, you get a feel for it and find where the sweet spot is. Hopefully,
A lot of the changes you.
Rhythm is tonight.
Well, hopefully we start. Hopefully we start with more rhythm tonight. There's 3 players in there that at least I've got one game of seeing them under their belt. So, I think we'll be better tonight than we were last night.
A lot of the changes you've made have been kind of forced on you. The one that wasn't was Benson going down, Granlund coming up. What was the rationale? What does that change for your roster?
Yeah, it's just Granlund's a little more of a veteran guy right now, just as we're going into some of these tough games. Just gives us a little more flexibility and a little bit of flexibility. Granlund has played quite a bit of center down there, so he gives us the flexibility of a centerman. With Gags going out, Gags was always our guy that we could dump into the center there if we needed to, and Nuge could too, but Granny's played some center there, so it just gives us some security of a centerman if we have an injury situation there.
And both Benson and Granlund have PK'd, but is penalty kill one of those things where veterans tend to be a lot better at it than developing players?
Well, yeah, experience is a factor there. I like our PK. We really relied on 4 or 5 or 6 people up front, and it's not that other people can't do it. The players we have done a good job with it. It's no different than our power play. You know, we've got some people that you could certainly see more power play time, but that big group is going so well. Why would you change much of it? You know, so that's the same thing as a PK. When you got players that take pride in it, and they're getting the job done. You keep putting them out there, and you hope the job continues to get done.
If I can get back to, how do you think Caleb's overall game has been? Taking last night away.
I think his game's been pretty good. Yeah, his game's been pretty good.
What's he doing better than when he first got here?
He's playing with confidence. He's playing like he feels like he belongs here. And with that confidence comes better puck play. He's recognized situations where he can get into play. He's, there's still mistakes, but veteran guys have mistakes too. But he just, there's just a little more calm about him, a little more, he feels like he's in, he can compete at this level and on a consistent basis. And that consistency is coming out in his game.
The same that happened to Bear. He got to a point where he said, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not a rookie. I'm a rookie, but I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Is there a point where it just tips one way and says, yeah, I can play with these guys?
Yeah, I think there is and it's
harder though.
yeah, defense is a lot harder, but there is a point where you just get thrown into a situation and you stop thinking and you start doing, and you do it on a more consistent basis, and it makes you a good player.
With Jones offensively, it seemed like he took a step after he moved to the left side.
Yeah.
Is how much of it is that?
Well, he's a lot more comfortable on the left side. There's very few guys that I think can play the offside. There has been some guys in the league that I've had that have been left shots have been real good over there. Very few times right shots end up being good on the left side. I don't know why that is, but when you got a guy like Jonesy, he's more comfortable on the left side. He keeps everything on his forehand, and the game just gets a little easier for him, which builds that confidence.
Dave, is there a year previously when you coached at the deadline where that team also was a buyer, sort of in comparison to what happened with Edmonton and gaining these players?
Yeah, the first year in Arizona, I think we added like 4 or 5 players right at the deadline day, and it really gave our team a boost, real good boost.
Do you always hope that the guys you get in the trade, the first game, they're out working on adrenaline and want to show you they're good, but to get both of them play pretty well, is that usually one plays and the other one's, I'm in a little bit of trouble here?
No, they all want to contribute, and it's good for them to feel like, whether you score a goal or you make a couple good plays, feel like they want to show their teammates that they're good players too, right? That they are here to help, and when you have a game like that where a couple of them score, I thought Greeny was all right last night too. So, just step in and contribute, and the players look at that as, hey, these guys are here to help us win.
I saw Ennis saying I had to shake the rust off. He doesn't skate quite as well as Athanasiou, who probably looked at Con and says, I'm a good skater too. I can keep up to him.
They're all good skaters. They're different.
One guy's more of a darter.
Enzo is more of quickness, like short space quickness, and Double A he's just outright fast.